Thank you.
Ready to go.
So for today's meditation, based on a nice suggestion here, we're going to talk a little bit about expectation and letting go of expectation, letting go of being attached to specific results. And one of the classic lines from the ancient Indian writings from the Bhagavad Gita is that really nice phrase, and to paraphrase, I mean, it was spoken 7,000 years ago, but to paraphrase, essentially, the teacher is with his student. And so at one level, they are teacher and student. That's one relationship. But at the same time, they're about to embark into a great battle. And their roles in terms of the outer life, the roles in the battle, are the teacher is the charioteer. So he's driving the chariot. And his student is the great warrior. And so he's an archer. And so everything has been tried to make peace between the two factions, the two warring factions. Nothing's worked. In fact, there's been trickery and deceit, and it's finally come to the war. And in the story, this teacher and student represent the side of goodness and light. They've tried to make peace. They've been tricked. They've been, what do you call it? There's been deceit. There have been truces, but they've been broken by the other side. So the battle's imminent, and the warrior, the student, is starting to get cold feet. And so the teacher, Krishna, is trying to encourage him to take action, to go into battle and to take on the challenge, which is something that we all face. We all face our challenges. In this case, it's a battle, but the challenge can be dealing with aging. The challenge can be dealing with the job change. The challenge can be getting married. The challenge can be anything that circumstance or situation that life brings to us. And so the student is getting cold feet because he's concerned that they're not going to be victorious. What if we lose? And the teacher basically says to him, your job is to take action. As a human being, as a warrior, as someone facing a challenge, the gift you have is to take action, to act. You have the freedom to act. But as to the results, the teacher says, essentially, you don't have any right to expect a certain result. You don't get that part of it. The deal in life is you get the right to act, but you really don't want to have an expectation, because there's so many factors in a given situation that we either have no control over or we can't even see. Because often we think, oh, life is very simple. There's one cause and then there's one effect. I do something and this is what should happen. But as we all know from life, we do something, but then the opposite happens. Or we go to do something, but then someone comes from an angle we had never imagined and does something else, and that throws it. And so life is so complex that for us to think, okay, I'm going to do this, and this is what I want to have happen. And if we rest our happiness on our expectation, that's where a lot of disappointment can take place. And so my teacher, Sri Chinmoy, he had a nice phrase that I always remember. He says, peace begins when expectation ends. Peace begins when expectation ends. Now, the first part of the statement from the teacher from the ancient Indian writings is that you have the right to act. And so what sometimes people think is, okay, if I'm not going to have expectation, then I'll kind of do a half-hearted job because it doesn't matter what happens. But that's not what is being said here. It does matter what happens. What happens is extremely important. But don't expect to understand the entire universe. So there's things at play that you can't imagine. The result is important, because the universe has to play out its energies. And so it's important that you act as completely as you can. So this isn't a philosophy of act half-heartedly and then who cares what happens. This is a philosophy of do your absolute best, fulfill your duty, be diligent, be vigilant, cover all your bases, put your mind, concentrate, give 100%. So if you're getting graded in life, you'd say, okay, what's my grade for effort? Okay, good. I got an A for effort. I did my best. Then it's letting go of expectation. And that's the way to have real satisfaction in our activities. Because if you get your satisfaction from the feeling of personal fulfillment from doing your best, then you're going to get nice satisfaction in life. You're going to act, you're going to do your best. That's very satisfying. Cover all your bases. And then step back and open your mind and observe what occurs. Because if you put your mind into these are the results I want, that's where trouble starts. Because again, we can't understand all the factors at play. So act wholeheartedly, as focused and as well as you can. Do your duty, and then let go of the results. And so in our meditation this morning, what we'll do is we'll go through the regular process of bringing ourselves into that meditative state, and then we'll do a couple meditations on this very deep spiritual principle, which is, on the one hand, do your best. On the other hand, let go of expectation. Another way to say let go of expectation is non-attachment. Don't be attached to a certain result. But again, the philosophy is often kind of bastardized by saying, oh, who cares what happens? I'm not attached. I don't care what happens. But so it's not like a laissez-faire attitude. The attitude is, let me do my best from my intention. So I have my intention. I want to do good. I want to try to make a change. I have my intention. From my intention, I act, but then leave it there. Let go of expectation, have non-attachment, and see what the universe plays out. Because your best intention may have to go through a lot of layers of other people to manifest. So I can have my intention in my heart that I would like, all children in San Diego to have good nutrition. That can be my intention, and I do things to try and make that happen. But for it to happen, parents have to be on board, politicians have to be on board, budgets have to happen, all these things have to happen. So my intention is pure and it flows into my actions. But for that reality to manifest in the outer world could take centuries. And so if I'm doing all this with the expectation of, okay, this has got to happen in the next year, then I'm going to be frustrated because I'm putting expectation on it. Whereas if I have the good intention in my heart, I act from there and then leave it there. Be satisfied with your own intention, because you can't control other people. You can't control world events. You have to have a certain level of surrender, which is another way to say it. Surrender, surrendering to the will of the universe or to the time frame of the universe. The time frame of the universe may be much different than my time frame or what I want to happen. Okay, so non-attachment, surrender, letting go. Peace begins when expectation ends. So let's start our meditation sitting up nice and straight. Be aware of your spine. Let's start with some cactus arms. And we'll do some breath and movement combination. As you breathe in, squeeze your shoulder blades together. As you exhale, bring your hands, or if possible, your forearms to touch. Inhale wide. Exhale. So follow your own breath cycle here. And try and match your breathing precisely with your movement. So the inhale is an expansion, opening, exhale, closing. The idea of precision, doing your best here. We're moving with our breath. Let your eyes close and just feel your body moving through space and have the intention of having your fingertips touch the opposing fingertip. Again, we're just moving with our breath cycle. On your next exhale, keep your hands in front of you, touch thumb to thumb, pointer to pointer finger, etc. We're going to focus in on our sense of touch. Feel your thumbs touching, pointer fingers. Might even rub the fingers a little bit to be more aware of them. Middle finger, ring, pinky. Now touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Be aware of that point of contact. Inhale, arms go wide. Exhale, palms down onto your thighs. When you inhale, shoulders forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Again, cycle with your breath. On your next exhale, end with the shoulders back and down. Keep them there. Turn your palms up if that's more comfortable, or keep them down. That's the end of our energy work. Now you can lean back a little bit if you like, more comfort. Open your eyes wide, shut them tight, scrunch your face, purse your lips. Open the eyes wide again, relax the face. Move the low jaw side to side. And then once again, shut the eyelids tight, scrunch your face, purse your lips. On the inhale, just relax. Open your eyes one more time. Flutter the eyelids a little bit. And then let your eyelids gently close. Conscious relaxation as you breathe in. I'm aware of the muscles in your forehead and around your eyes. As you exhale, allow those muscles to release and relax. Now inhale an awareness of the muscles around your eyes and your jaw. Again, releasing, relaxing on the exhale. On your inhalation, become aware of your chest opening and expanding. On the exhale, releasing. And into our breath, in this part of the technique, let's add in a little of the philosophical side of our meditation this morning. So the breath in is your action. Drawing in as deep of a breath as possible, breathing as well as you can. Exhale, you're letting go. It's the non-attachment, it's the release. The act of just being and letting go. Inhale is your focused action, doing your best to get your deepest breath, feeling your ribs expand, lungs fill. Open your body as much as you can to create space for breath. And again, exhale. You've done the work, just release, let go, non-attachment. Now bring awareness into the belly, into your navel. Same thing, breathe in as deeply as you can. And now on the exhalation, feel a sense of personal power. Our navel center, our abdominal muscles give us power, give us stability. The nice breath in is expansion, openness. On the exhale, feel your core strength, your stabilization, your ability to be upright, strong, personal power. Now back to that deep, full, complete breath. We're going to combine navel and heart, navel and chest. So your inhale begins with your navel, your belly goes out. And then when you've taken in as much air as you can that way, now draw energy up into your chest, expand your chest. Feel all that extra air you can get in. And then the exhale, relax the chest, draw the belly in. Again, go at your own pace here. But the idea is first, complete belly breath, then draw even more breath into your lungs by opening and expanding your rib cage and your chest. Full yogic breath. One more, and then concentrate in on your eyeballs. Hold your eyeballs still and gaze into the back of your eyelids. One more complete yogic breath. And the first thing we'll do for this morning's meditation is we're going to create a mantra in our mind that we can use whenever you're in a challenging situation. So I'm going to choose peace begins when expectation ends. You can choose that or some variation. It could be on the theme of I've done my best, let come what may. I have the right to action, but not the results. Peace begins when expectation ends. So choose one of those or any variation. And as you breathe in and out, repeat that mantra to yourself because you're going to try to use this in your day-to-day life when certain situations arise. Can also be something joyful, like I've done my best. Let me enjoy the results. I've done my best. Now life, the comedy of life will ensue, or something. Good. So now you've created a mantra for yourself. Now bring your awareness to your eyes. Hold your eyes still. Gaze into the back of your eyelids. And now if you have any special event coming up, or if you have a recurring situation or circumstance where you do tend to have a lot of expectation and you end up getting frustrated, visualize a situation, or maybe it's a person that you have a lot of expectation towards. Visualize the person or the situation, but now as you're in that situation, because you're part of the visualization, feel that mantra within yourself. Feel that sense of, I've done everything I can, I've done my best, I got an A for effort, things will unfold as they will. Now, the final technique we'll do is focusing in on the feeling of our intention. So again, you can choose a situation, circumstance, or relationship where you know you have some expectation. Or if you don't, then just enjoy the feeling of focusing in on pure intention. So if you have a given situation or circumstance, what is your core intention in that action, in that activity? Or if you're not focusing on a specific thing, just what's the core intention in your heart? Focus in on the intention. Feel the satisfaction of having that intention at your core. Regardless of what manifests, honor the intention. One of the nice things about connecting with intention is that you can keep your intention regardless of what occurs outwardly if you don't have expectation. If you have expectation, then you can lose hope because what you wanted to happen isn't happening. You can grow discouraged. If you're always rooted in your intention, then you're able to adapt to any situation because your intention still holds true. It's been an honor meditating with everyone on this profound meditation of non-attachment, meditation of surrender, meditation of non-expectation, but equally as importantly, meditation on the clarity of intention. The light within me bows to and respects the light in all of you. Peace, peace, peace.